Hello, hello, hello. Today we are going to be learning about math situations. Now you may be asking yourself, what in the world is a math situation? I'm glad you asked. So we know about our math action words: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. These are the words that are familiar to us. We know to look for these words in a word problem. When we see these math action words, it tells me exactly what operation to use. That's a review. That's what we do know. Now, let's go over some examples. My first word problem says a company has 15 boxes to ship. One crate will hold 5 boxes. Determine the total number of crates needed for all the boxes. Huh, when a math action word, total means addition, right? A company employs 345 on site workers and 70 off site workers. How many employees in total work for the company? Huh, there goes that word total again. Here's my third one. A clothing company buys 10 of a new style of blouse. Each blouse cost the company $2. What was the total spent on the blouse? There's that math action word total again, but I just have a feeling all of these cannot be addition. Here's my last example. Joanna wants a blouse that costs $45. She has a coupon for $10 off the price. Determine the total of the shirt after the coupon. OMG. If I use addition for all of these problems, I'm not sure if I'm going to get them right. So, what happens when math action words don't help us solve the word problem? Our lesson essential question: what strategies can I use to solve single step and multi step word problems? Math situations. That's that word I've been wanting to know more about. Math action words are good to know, but we cannot rely on them. We must look at word problems like short stories. We need to find the main idea or math situation of the word problem to solve. So when I say math situation, I just mean what is the main idea of the word problem? What is overall the word problem asking me to do? So I'm not just looking at the math action words, I'm looking at the word problem like a short story and finding the main idea. So now let's look at some math situations with addition. If the word problem's main idea or math situation is asking you to combine two or more amounts, or if it's finding the total amount of separate amounts of something, that usually means addition. So let's see here. Let's see which word problem is telling us to find the total amounts. So let's look at the first one. A company has 15 boxes to ship. One crate will hold 5 boxes. Determine the total number of crates needed for all the boxes. That's not telling me to combine amounts or find the total of two separate amounts. Let me look at my next one. Oh, let me go back. A clothing company buys 10 of a new style of blouse. Each blouse costs the company $2. What is the total amount spent? Again, that's not asking me to combine amounts or find the total of two separate amounts. Let me look at this one right here. It says Joanne wants to buy a blouse that costs $45. She has a coupon for $10 off the price. Determine the total of the shirt after the coupon. That's not asking me to combine amounts because the coupon says $10 off. So if it says off, I wouldn't add. Now, the last one. A company employs 345 on site workers and 21 off site workers. How many employees in total work for the company? Now, that one is asking me to combine amounts. 345 plus 21, 366 employees. So now, math situations for subtraction. If it's asking us to find the difference between two amounts, find how much further, find how much more or how much less, determine the amount spent, used, or eaten when taken from another amount. So we need to find the main idea of subtraction using these four clues. So, from what we know, which word problem tells us to find the difference between two amounts? So we already know that one is addition. So now let's look at this example again. Is this example asking us to find the difference between two amounts? Well, no, because it's asking us to determine the total number of crates needed for all of the boxes. And this one is asking us what was the total amount spent on the blouses. So it's not asking us to find the difference. But if we look at this last example, the key word here is that she has a coupon. So we have to think when we go with to the store with a coupon, that means it's a discount. That means they subtract or take away from the total cost. There's our subtraction. So now let's look at clues for our multiplication. If it's asking us to have equal groups to determine the total, or needed to determine the amount you need for X number of people or X number of something. And remember, we use X or any letter of the alphabet for the unknown number. So we already know this is addition and subtraction. And this first example is not asking us to find equal groups to determine the total. But this example is because they want to know if we buy 10 blouses and each is $2, what is the total? So that's equal groups and us finding the total. So that's multiplication. And the reason why I'm going through the work quickly is because this lesson isn't about solving, this lesson is identifying the math situations. So now let's look at some clues for division. If they want us to divide an amount into equal groups, use an equal amount over something over the course of time, or determine how many fractional groups you can make of an amount, that means division. So if we look here, they want us to separate these 15 boxes into 5 crates. So separate into equal groups, that is division. And now we're not going to worry about the work too much in dividing because that's not something we went over yet, but we will get to division in our next unit. Now it's time to practice. Let's practice together first, and then you'll practice on your own. You got this.